guys deserve a bigger round of applause. Bigger one. I mean, for many who have died because of burns, it's just because of acceptance. How to accept the new reality.
Right.
They die out of depression because they say to themselves, I can't live like this again. The change is too much for me. From I was so beautiful to everything is different.
Right.
The scars, they can't live with them. But for you, you are living with them. You are so beautiful, and you are making the world know that it is not the end of the world. And we love you for that.
Thank you.
So I'm going to start this conversation with you, Judith. You are both survivors. Okay, so you have been a survivor for a way longer time than Evelyn has. So share your story with that, Judith.
So I was 10. I had come back from vacation class on the 30th of December, very long time ago. And when I came, I wanted to eat something. I told my mom, she had a shop right in front of the house. So she said, okay, I'll make yam for you. And I said, it was fine. I can make something for myself. I used to be helping out in the house. Not a very good idea when I think about it now.
But you were young?
But I was young. I helped out in the house, and I thought it was fine to just cut up yams, put in the utensil, and then make something. We had just started using gas at home at the time. Gas wasn't a very common thing in Ghana at the time. So we had a tabletop, a little gas stove, and then a cylinder right in the kitchen.
Right.
So I put it on fire. Every few minutes, I'll check if it's ready. And at some point, when I was going to check, I noticed the napkin I had used had this film of smoke.
Okay.
Like, it was very thin. I didn't think much of it. My first instinct was to just take the napkin. And before the napkin could come off where it was lying, which was on the tube, I heard the boom, the explosion, and my body was on fire.
Wow.
It was just like that. I started screaming. There were a few people around in the house. And when they heard the screams, they came and then they poured just some water, let's say 2 buckets of water on me. I know now that if something like that happens, you should pour water for at least 10 to 20 minutes.
On the person?
Constantly.
Oh, really?
Copious amounts of water just on the person the whole time.
What does it do?
To cool the temperature and stop the burn.
Okay.
So, I mean, when this happened, they just poured water. My dad had just walked into the house from work and had heard that his daughter was on fire, and he had to just do the U-turn and head towards the Kolebu Teaching Hospital.
Wow. I can only imagine how you felt at that time.
Yeah, it was terrible, and I was still hungry. I'm thinking, this is the reason.
You are burning and you're still hungry.
You're still hungry. Everything is normal still, but there's an extended, an external source of discomfort, which was the pain I couldn't understand. My skin felt so dry. It was as if it was crawling, and I was still hungry. It was terrible. Worst thing, I got to the hospital, and it was around 3:30. At that time, we didn't have the national reconstructive.
Were your parents at home, though?
So my dad was the one who walked in to hear this.
Okay.
My mom was in front of the shop, so with the screaming, she also came in. So everybody had to head towards the hospital.
Wow.
And so we got to the place at about 3:30 in the afternoon. We got there, it was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there was no doctor to see me. And I kept changing. So at some point, and this is why I'm saying that if you had poured water constantly, that would have been a better first aid for me.
Right.
Because the temperature hadn't cooled and the gas was still moving. The burn was still, it gets worse with time if you haven't stopped the process.
Wow.
Yeah, so maybe I don't think I would have been as burned if we had done
the water.
Yes, or if I had gotten immediate treatment.
So you got to the hospital at
about 3:30 in the afternoon.
3:30, and you were at the hospital till
10 p.m.
And you were changing.
Right, you start swelling, which is something common with burns.
Whoa.
Yeah, you start doubling size, and if you haven't stopped the process, it keeps moving, it progresses.
And nobody was there to help you?
I mean, there were nurses, but at that time, we didn't have the center that we have. Yeah. It used to be the children's block. Right. And then there was this room that they had given for burns.
Right.
We didn't have enough, facilities, and even personnel to start with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's you on the screen?
Right. And this is way after I thought I could come out, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have pictures of myself in the hospital.
So this after how long?
This must be about 6 months.
After 6 months,
Yeah.
you still had bandages on?
Exactly. And actually, I had these bandages on. So these bandages I took to school.
Oh.
I took these bandages to the boarding school. It's a different story. You should have that conversation separately, Rosalind. But I went to the boarding school in my bandages. And so imagine bathing, and there are children who do not understand, and they are staring and passing comments. Many people think that we're thinking, don't her parents want her to be home with them? You know, but I was also going through a situation that I felt getting out of the house was better, because when I got back from the hospital, life was different.
How
you know,
different?
Because many people kept asking what happened to you, and it becomes like a pity party. You know, and before then I was a bubbly, lovely girl. Like I had a beautiful life, if you ask me. But now it seemed like my whole life had been boxed into what happened to you. And that was the only conversation people wanted to have with me. And many people didn't know to say the appropriate things. So much of the time they'll end up hurting you without you knowing. So I started getting quiet, very emotional. And every time my dad would be like, why have you become so emotional these days? Then I start crying. You know, so it was just getting worse. So just the thought of going to boarding school was really good to me, because I felt like I'm getting out of this environment.
And then you went to boarding.
And so I went to the boarding school, despite my dad, you know, he was just having a conversation with someone and mentioned there was a boarding school. And I was like, I want to go there. And he couldn't, you know, just kick it off my mind. I was like, I want to go to that place. And that's how I ended up in boarding school.
And in boarding school, did you prefer it?
It was harsh. I can't lie. But that is the best experience I had as a survivor. You know, my dad loved me so much, my mom as well. I've been shielded all my life. And there was one place that nobody cared who you were. You were just being treated like you, Judith. And it's kids. They say their minds.
Everything.
You
What
get
all
it?
the things they were telling you?
I mean, not things I would want to repeat, because there are survivors, right? But they didn't know to say the appropriate things at the beginning. And afterwards, you are misunderstood a lot. You know, if I do something or somebody does something and I get emotional and the person is chastised for it, now the person is a child. They're going to start hating you. Do you understand? So there were a lot of things that were going on in school, and for me, it was an opportunity to rise. You know, learn that other people matter too. Life is not just about you. Right. He was like, let's get back, because the first day there was an unfortunate incident that happened. The first day.
Do you want to share it?
Do we have time?
You can share it.
Right.
Because I'll be coming to Evelyn very soon to share her story too.
Right. So we got into the previous school I was in, and which is why I want to champion this cause, because the previous school I was in, I was already there before the incident. So before I came, they told everybody Judith had gone through this situation. Even some of them tried to come and visit me in the hospital, but when they saw the bandages and everything, they just left. So it ended up being just one teacher who came to see me. The rest of them couldn't come in to see. So, I mean, they got the information. This happened to Judith, so be kind. Do not ask unnecessary questions and all. Then I leave that school after class 6 because it didn't have JHS. And I go to this other school. But because I was coming in as a new student, it was just being treated as a new student is coming. And I was too excited. I didn't even wait for a teacher to lead me to the class. So the moment they were like, okay, we are done with the whole administrative process, you can go to class, I just hurried into the class. I got in, bandages, my face clearly bruised, you know. They were afraid. And so they exclaimed.
Wow.
Yes, and my dad was livid. And I was crying, you know. It was another experience. But yes, after that, my dad was like, let us get out of the school. There's more bullying going to happen. I'm like, I want to be here. Because I was thinking about where at home, it wasn't, I mean, I didn't cry instantly, but at some point I cried at home too, you know, because of something someone said. So I didn't think it was too much different, and I thought I could handle it.
All the time you were crying, right?
A lot.
And when you look back, you still cry about it because you're sharing the story and you're getting theory.
Yeah, actually, I'm totally over it. Do you understand? Going back to what surprises me is how I lived it for me. Because when I recount, it makes me feel like there was a lot I dealt with, you know, and I didn't feel like I had too much time to even cry as much.
Right.
Because it was like after one incident, just on to the next. Just be strong and move on.
Quite a tough one, I must say. And then there's Evelyn. Yours is fresh. How many months ago?
7 months ago, 30th of May.
30th of May. I like how you remember the date.
Yeah.
Because there are some days you can never forget.
Right.
How did it happen?
I was baking, so I preheated the oven. And then unknowingly to me,
You were a baker, right?
Yes, I am. Okay. So when I closed the oven, the gas had gone off that I didn't know. So I went and spent about 15 minutes in the shop. So when I came back to light the match, I realized the gas was off. I heard the smell. I opened the door down for the air to pass. So I waited about 5 minutes. I came back. I didn't hear the smell again. I on it, and then when I just lit the match, I caught fire.
Wow. You were on fire?
Yeah.
Who and who came to help?
My children were there, but because it was sunny, and with gas, when it's sunny, you don't really see it. So when I was shouting, they were just there. They couldn't help me because if they see fire, that's where they will know what to do. So they
couldn't see the fire?
No.
But you were burning?
Yes, I was burning. So I was in a chef cap. I took it off. I removed my dress, and then I started somersaulting and then shouting. So my next door neighbor heard the shout and came, and I said, I've been burned by gas. And then last year, her sister-in-law had also passed away through gas explosion. So she was also taught that when it happens, just pour water and nothing else. So she poured water, it was even more than 20 minutes. And then my husband went in for taxi. And then actually the first hospital we got to, they actually took me to the bathroom.
Okay.
Just pouring water till I became cold.
Okay.
And then I was brought out. So the burning had come down. But from there to another hospital we were referred to, the burning started again. So by the time
it went off and it started again?
Yes, because I can't explain the kind of pain you go through. It is very hurtful. So finally, when we got to Kolebu, I had changed. I had darkened. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even my brother came, he couldn't recognize me. I had darkened. It happened 12 noon. We got to Kolebu around 6. I had darkened, so that was when the doctors came, and then they came and took care of me, and then graded my wounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So which part of your body?
My leg, and then as you can see, I'm in a pressure mat. I'm having keloids, that's why I'm in this. So and then my back, and then a little on my stomach.
Wow. How did your children take it?
I think they are also trying to accept it because the little one, the last time, every morning I take a massage. I told her to come and massage me. She took the pomade and she was looking at even how to touch me. So I didn't force her. I told her it's okay. I didn't. So gradually we are all getting there. Since it's still fresh, it's still early, we will get there. Yeah, it's a process.
Some people say when these things happen, the first thing they think about is, I wish I could have done something different and it wouldn't have happened. Is that what was?
Yes, because when I came the second time, I didn't hear the smell of the gas because nobody in her right mind would hear a smell of a gas and lit a match. I didn't hear. So that has been the battle with me right now. Did I hear? I didn't hear. So when I just lit the match.
So you are you wish you had it.
Yes. Yeah, but it's fine. I'm moving on.
Yeah, are you doing well?
Yeah, yes.
How is it easy to accept the new you or difficult to accept the new you?
Okay, now the new me, I will applaud Beyond Burns for that. They are helping. Seriously, they are helping. They call you. There's no week that passes by that I don't chat with Juju. We talk. We try to get over things. They try to help you.
Yeah.
And then with the group, the survivors group, they share their stories. The last time, about I think November, the first week of November, we had a World Burns Week. There was another lady who joined us. I'm a survivor. She's a survivor. But when I saw her, I cried throughout.
Really?
Yes, because see, she's new in this, and I can relate to, because for her it was fire. The house got fire. They were taking her to the hospital. The car got an accident. So you can just imagine. I cried. I have been there. She's also there. But sometimes when you hear somebody's case, you kind of say, mine is okay. Even though there's no little. I remember when they said I had 28%, and I said, I'm 28. And I'm going through, I had to sleep in the ICU for 3 weeks, and they say 28%.
So imagine they say 70%.
Yeah. Yes. So there's nothing small in Burns.
Yeah.
Burns is difficult.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're watching us at home. You want to send messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Shola will be here pretty shortly to read your messages. We're getting to know their stories, and it's quite... I don't know. I'm missing the word here, because it's all sorts of feelings listening to you share your story, because it's something that you never expect to happen. You know, you least expect it, and it happens, and now you have to live with a new reality. Are you back to working?
No, not yet. It's been 7 months now, so I don't want to rush anything. I'm taking my time. I'm taking everything cool, so I'm looking forward by next year. Yeah,
next year. Yeah. But have you started life normal? Are you doing what you used to do?
Yes. There was one thing Ju said. Everybody keeps asking what happened. So life mustn't go on because I got bent. I'm trying to move on, to start life afresh, take everything normal. Sometimes, especially with the stigma, you'll be stigmatized to the point that you look at the person who is doing that, and then you start sharing tears.
Really?
Yes. Some people. Yes, where we stay. There's a road right in front of us, and then that's where the school children pass. They will be passing. Hey, mama, washishi. Hey, washishi. And it's kind of funny, but when children are doing that, I understand their children.
Yeah.
But the adults, hey, mama, no washishi. They will be going. They will turn back and be looking at you. They wouldn't say sorry. They wouldn't say what happened. They will be just looking at you, saying all sorts of things to themselves. And I'm like, wow.
And it's to your hearing?
Yes. Right. Yes. And they will look at you. You will see that they are looking at you. They are saying something. Yeah. So that aspect is very difficult.
It's difficult.
Yes, it's difficult because I was a bill before. Now I am the new bill, which is very fine. But it doesn't help when such comments come. It doesn't really help because maybe I can take it. Maybe you cannot take it.
Right. Yeah, but you take it. When it started at first?
When it started at first, I felt like I should answer them like, but I realized, no, calm down. Because you knew me before. Things change. It's life. Things change. So if something has changed, you don't want to feel pity for me. You say all sorts of things about me. It's not nice.
Yeah, it's not nice.
So I have come to us. It's life. We are human beings, and everybody and how they treat people when such things happen. So I've accepted it.
We love your spirit. We love your spirit. So beyond Burns International, Judith, who started it? You started it?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
So after the incident, like I said, even the whole episode at school told me that our educational system needs to have a process where if there's a person coming in, there should be some sensitization for the class to know that, okay, when they come in, don't act so surprised. Because I think the problem with our society is we do not have enough awareness of survivors. You know, and many times if you think yourself as it could happen to you, you'd be more merciful.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want to be spoken to that way, or you don't want the whispers and the stares and the comments. You wouldn't want that. So if you can think as burns can happen to anyone, we can be more considerate.
Right.
But because people think that this is for a select group of people, you know, like she said, it happened to her 7 months ago. Hitherto, she probably wasn't
okay.
even... Exactly.
How was your Christmas last year?
Oh, it was fun. Since I was a baker, I had markets coming in and all that.
And now this Christmas, you're not going to bake?
No, I wouldn't. I just want to take everything one day at a time. Yeah.
Are you afraid of gas now?
Yes.
You are?
Especially that oven. It's been 7 months now. When the thing happened and they took the tube and everything off, that tube is still there. I've not been able to take it out. It's still there.
So how will you bake again?
I have a bigger one and a small one. So I'd rather go for the small one. And even with the gas in the kitchen, it took me some time. When we came home, and anytime my mom on it, when I hear that full sound, then I get so scared. Yeah, but gradually.
You're getting
yes.
there. You will get there. Right, Judith.
Yeah. So that is from that experience that I feel that we need an organization that takes care of the welfare of burn survivors. Not just that, but also to propagate about prevention of burns.
Right.
Because we do not have awareness education in this country enough. And so currently we are partnering with the National Reconstructive Plastic Surgery and Burn Center to do awareness creation, as well as the Ghana National Fire Service.
Okay.
Yes, so that we do, you know, these collaborative prevention awareness exercises here.
Which is very important, because I didn't know that when somebody gets burnt, the first thing is to pour water on the person. I was thinking, no, if you pour water, they'll get the blisters and all.
The blisters rather will come, because when they were pouring,
regardless. Yeah.
Oh, it will come regardless.
Regardless.
Yeah, because it's a dead tissue, so definitely it's going to come.
It's going to come.
So what about salt? You know, some people believe in salt.
The only thing you add is water. You want to cool the temperature.
Okay.
Because your temperature has risen as a result. And because it's hot, that's why you have water coming. Your body is also trying to do something about the situation. So you want to cool the whole temperature and then make sure that the burning has ceased.
Okay.
And then you can get medical help.
Right. Now, Judith, let me ask you something very sensitive. Yours happened when you were 10 years old. I see a wedding ring on your finger, right? At a point, did you think you'd not get anybody to love you?
Amazing. Rosalind, I never, you know, at the time it happened, when I came back home to the house, you know, the whole time in the hospital, nobody let me see what was happening to my face. And I look so much better. Everybody says, oh, you're a pretty girl, you know.
Yeah,
at this
very beautiful.
Back then, Rosalind, back then, when I showed up, it was a show. You know, it wasn't a good show to you get, but you know, and I accepted that I wasn't the prettiest. But I was saying about coming back from the hospital, I hadn't seen my face, and I liked what my face used to be like. I had a lot of crushes in class,
right?
You know, so
the pretty girl,
right? And so I got home. The way my mom behaved when I asked her I wanted to see the mirror several times, not one time. She would have one excuse after the other. So I could tell there was something wrong. And what I used to do was to look at the doctor's spectacles when they were dressing me up to get an idea. You know, it wasn't a good image. You know, you can't see the side well. I could see something was going on, but not very well. The first time I entered the house, I was in a hurry to see the mirror. I got close to the mirror and noticed, are you really sure you want to see? I took a second before standing in front. I closed my eyes and opened it. And my eyes started I was just tearing. And I spent the whole time in the room trying to adjust, like, if I wake up tomorrow, would my face still be like this?
Yeah.
You know, and it was hard to, you know, come to terms with who this new person was. You know, it's like parting with whatever you thought was you and having to accept this. So yes, I cried a lot. I really cried to a point where I accepted that, okay, this is it. Many people will say, oh, when you grow up, it's going to go. And I was asking my mom, is it going to go and become like regular skin?
Right.
Or I'm going to have scars? Of course, they told me, oh, it's going to become like regular skin. You know, and after it was a year, 2 years, 3 years, by the time it's the 4th year, you realize it's a lie. It's not going to become like regular skin.
Right.
So you start getting used to this and loving it. But about your question, I really, at this point, going through this process, because I accepted that it didn't look so good, I wasn't expecting people to think it looked great.
Right.
I was merciful to myself. I wasn't trying to please a man, you know. I was part of the guys who talk about the pretty girls in the class. I'm totally fine hearing who you think is the prettiest in class and all that. So I joined them. But it never crossed my mind once that I won't get a man.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I never thought I won't get a man because I thought it was a matter of time and other activities, which is very important to the healing process. Being able to bring more value than what your physical appearance is. You know, because now I didn't have that to, you know, ride on. I had to bring more value to the table. So my academics was everything for me. And the more I excelled there, the more people said, oh, you are doing great. For me, that was fulfillment at that time. And I was happy. And that happiness translated to a glow on my face. I remember exactly when I started thinking I was starting to look pretty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it happened. There was a moment where I started thinking, because the whole time I never thought that. One day I was looking in the mirror and I was like, wait, something has changed.
Yeah.
I saw it had changed. And I smiled. I was in SHS at the time, Ghana National College.
Yeah.
And I was like, something has changed. Nobody else, I don't think anybody else saw it.
Yeah.
But you know your body so well. When you have burns and you have scars, you know how all the scars look like.
That's true.
You know everything. Like, many people just look at you as, oh, it's a scar, she has scars. But you know the intricate details of the scars. And I knew all of that. But one day when I saw it, I noticed that they look different. And I was happy about it. Like, I watered it with gratitude. And with time, people started seeing what I thought I was seeing, you know.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. When, where?
So I had on my face,
on your face.
But at this point, last time I remember when I was taking the shot of Beyond Burns, the photographer took the picture. I'm like, are you sure I'm taking that? Because I can't see
the scars. Yeah.
And this was something that used to worry me so much. And now that I have this foundation, I'm taking a picture. I'm like, wow, my scars, like as if I need them. And this is something I prayed to go away.
Wow.
I prayed for my scars to go away. My mom would say I should pray for angels to massage my face, all that, you know. And I used to pray it. You know?
They have massaged your face. Oh my God, the angels have done it.
Yeah. And now I just needed it for a shoot that shows that I have burn scars on my face. And I was like, where are my scars? Like, God, can we negotiate something? Like, it was, but yeah, that speaks. I have come such a long way, Roslyn.
And we are so proud of you. Look at you, glowing. Evelyn, she gives you hope, doesn't she?
Yes,
yeah.
she does. She does. From the way she has really moved on, like it's as if nothing happened to her. Right. Yeah, she really inspires me. Yeah, and her
so you believe that the angels will massage your scars too?
Yes, and they are doing every morning.
They are doing All right, so Shola will be here pretty shortly to read all your messages, so send them to us on 055-157-5757. Also, it's proudly brought to you by Malta Guinness, so don't forget to grab your can of Malta Guinness today and enjoy this rich in vitamin B1, B2, B3, B4, and B6. So the foundation, this week is the Burns
month.
This month, okay.
Yes. So the world recognizes Burns Week now.
Okay.
For the longest, for a long time, we didn't mark it. Last year, for the first time, the world came together and said that let us mark this day as identifying burns as a global health issue, because every year 180 to 300,000 deaths occur from burns, and the people who do not die are faced with disabilities, you know, or a lot of disabilities that you see result from burns. And it's one of the things that can make you be sick for such a long time. You'll be in the hospital for months. There are people who have been in the hospital for up to 6 years.
Wow.
From burns.
6 years?
Yes.
They live in the hospital?
For 6 years, treating burns. doing all sorts of surgeries.
Wow.
And so because many people think of burns as, oh, some hot water poured on my hand before. A lot of people say, oh, Miss Mekra Mashishenda. When you meet people, they say, oh, Mashishenda, they'll just show you something like this. And people think that is what the burns are. Burns can be so extreme that you have to spend so much time in the hospital. And that is the least of your problems compared to how much you spend trying to treat burns.
Wow.
Burns are expensive to treat. The good news is that burns are preventable. The theme for this year's World Burns Week is prevention is key, from burn to recovery.
Okay.
So for our part of the world where we do not have enough facilities or personnel, we should preach the message of burn prevention. And we should all embrace that message because it can save your life.
All right. Okay, so I think there was a first one. Can I get the first message and then read that one and then I can go for this one? What's the first message, please? Okay, so says, hi, Roslyn, I'm John Vanderpoy. This conversation is an eye-opener. You lot are keeping me on the edge of my seat. I just want to say that a lot more to go into areas like these. In fact, our leader and policymakers should make firefighting and emergency responses a part of our school curriculum. Let's equip the next generation to stay safe in the face of crisis. Hi, Shala. John Vanderpoy here again. My takeaway is what the lady said about coming in for the second time and had a whiff of no gas scent, yet the place caused fire upon lighting a matchstick. So a place may not seek or may not reek, of gas, but there might be still a leakage. Education. We clearly need it. Yes, we clearly need it. It's something very, very important that we need. And so Beyond Burns International, you're doing this, and I like that. So how many people are part of your foundation so far?
Fortunately, okay, so in Ghana, we are spreading, we have a base in Accra, and we have some followers in Kumasi and Tamale. Thankfully, we're able to build a community in Kenya.
So nice.
So now we have Beyond Burns Ghana.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. The Kenya Beyond Burns part is for survivors only. Okay. So it's not like the way we do activities here where we go doing prevention, we do skills training, we do all sorts of activities for our survivors. There it is for the psychosocial support, which is also very important to start with. Okay. Yes, so we are building our community. We're inviting all survivors out there to join Beyond Burns. It is very important. The not alone feeling, the peer support is really important for your psychological well-being. All right. So we invite you to join. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and then you can check out our website. Yeah. www.beyondburnsint.com. Okay. You can see what we have been up to, and then you can contact me directly.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. You want to say something before you go?
My little advice I'll give to the public is we should be very serious with our gas canisters. If you make a little mistake, it will make a mistake with you. You will burn.
Yeah, that's so true. Thank you so much for being here, Judith and Evelyn. We are so grateful that you made time to educate us on this. I've learned something, seriously, that I never knew. And I know so many people watching us this afternoon, you've also learned a lot. So on this note, we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we do have a lot more for you. But if you're a burn victim, you can join the society. It's going to help you to overcome all that you are going through. You need a support group. And Beyond Burns International is doing this for everybody. So make sure that you join the group, and they will definitely help you. All right, so I think the message has just come in. Let's quickly do that message, and then we take a break. Hello, Roslyn and Shola. This is Alfarian Abena inside Kumasi, and I'm watching you with love. It's really sad watching these burn survivors telling their stories. It makes me shiver and very worried. And we thank God for their lives. In fact, I'm even scared to use gas stove, especially those of us who put the cylinders inside the kitchen. God save us all. Amen. It's not advisable to put a cylinder inside the kitchen. So if possible, please put it outside. If possible, please go ahead and put it outside. Thank you. We are so grateful.